Super Bowl 59 is here. Let's get after six man. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Craig Bennett from Daily Edge Sports, and that is right, Super Bowl 59 video. I was going to do this earlier in the week, and then I said, well, a lot of people put these plays out, or I'm sorry, they like to put their picks in the night before or later, and a lot of those lines have moved already. So I thought, well, I'll wait until later in the week here. So I'm going to do it. I'm doing this Saturday, the day before the Super Bowl. I know some of these lines have moved, but I do think that there is some edge to get after some of these. I posted a bunch into Discord already before some of these lines have moved, but I'm on some other plays here that are a little bit different that I think there's some edge here, and we're going to put up a six-man here, and we're going to be running a contest as well. If this six-man, I'm going to post it over on our X account at Daily Edge Sports, and if you like, follow, and retweet this six-man, I'll put the link over there. You'll have a shot to win $500 if this thing hits, or I should say when it does hit, because I'm pretty confident in this. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, you want to follow along, use that promo code CashCake, play $5, get $50 instantly. Let's get after it. Let's talk about this six-man. All right. Prizepicks desktop is up here. That's right. We're going to build a six-man here. Now, if you haven't used your Patrick Mahomes free half a passing yard, you can definitely use it on this one. I'm going to use a Mahomes regular play and do a regular play on this. But by all means, use Patrick Mahomes pass yards if you have not used that yet. So first play we're going to talk about is Patrick Mahomes. If you're not going to use the free play, again, if you haven't used it, use it. But if you haven't used it, we're going to go more than 6 rush attempts for Patrick Mahomes. Last 2 games, you can see Buffalo, he put up 11 rush attempts against Buffalo, 7 against Houston, and he just runs more in the playoffs. If we saw last year in the playoffs, played Buffalo on the 21st of January in 2024, ran 6 times against Baltimore, and then San Francisco ran 9 times in the Super Bowl. So, again, I put this out in our Discord earlier in the week at 5.5. Again, this one has moved a little bit, but I'm perfectly fine playing this at 6 because I think we're going to see 7 or 8 runs out of Patrick Mahomes here. But again, if you haven't used your pass yards one, that is the one to use if you haven't used it yet. So that's the first play. Second play we're going to go to. Actually, wait. Before we go into that, I haven't talked about our promo that we're giving away. Or not giving away, our promo that we're running for Super Bowl 59. 59% off any of your first week or month subscription over at Daily Edge Sports. Again, you can get access to this if you head on over to Daily Edge Sports subscription. I'll put the link in the description below. And again, 59% off your first week or month. It's one of our biggest promos we have run. It is going to end at the Super Bowl, so make sure you jump on this if you want to get access to that 59% off. On this promo. So it's going to be very limited time, very limited number that we're going to run here. So jump all over that. All right, second pick, we're going to go this one as well on the other side with Jalen Hurts. I was going back a few different ways with this. I think you could definitely go rush touchdowns. You could get the tush push with Jalen Hurts. No problem going that route. I kind of feel, though, if, Patrick Mahomes and KC does get up and they slice this team up a little bit, we might have to see more pass attempts here. And that 27.5, this is again moved from 26.5. I put that line up earlier in the Discord earlier in the week. It's moved to 27.5. Either one of these you want to go to. Either if you want to bank on that tush push happening, if they get down near the goal line, which you figure they're going to do, or this 27.5 pass attempts where that KC rush defense, even though kind of leaked a little bit towards the end, if they have to play catch up and Hurts has to throw like he did against Washington, we put up 28. So, again, it's definitely one of these that you want to go to, tush push or the pass attempts. I believe this pass yards has been a little bit too inflated. This thing opened up, I think it was like 199. It got pushed up to already 213. No problem if you want to play that, but I think I would rather lean on the tush push or the pass attempts here is where I would take Jalen Hurts. Third pick we're going to go after, we're going to Dallas Goedert. And 4.5 reception is where I want to go with Dallas Goedert. He had 7 catches last week against Washington. And yeah, tight ends against Kansas City, they are ranked second to last, giving up 6.5 receptions to the tight end position. Dallas Goedert, also, they're a little banged up, at wide receiver as well uh, with Philly here. So I do like Dallas Goedert. I was looking at the injury report a little bit for Philly here, and I think Friday Devontae Smith just a little bit banged up. I think he's going to go, but I think they could just lean on Dallas Goedert with this matchup. And I wish we could get it at 3.5, but 4.5 I still think is very viable. If you wanted to play reception yards at 52.5, I don't mind that as well. He's put up 55, 47, 56, and 85 over these last 4 games. And again, Casey's dead last in receiving yards allowed at 70 to the tight end position. So either one of these you want to go to, either 4.5 receptions or this 52.5 receiving yards. I think they're both viable as well, depending on which direction you want to go with that. Next one we're going to go to is we're going to go to Xavier Worthy. Man, he has been the alpha on this team in terms of wide receiver, and they use him, again, as you can see, in the running game. They get him the ball, and he just finds that stinking end zone every week. And I think I'm going to go the 14.5 fantasy score here with him. Didn't need him against Houston at all, and didn't play against Denver. That's not up here, but at week 18. But didn't need him against Houston. They just had short fields and didn't really need him. But as you can see, Buffalo, they need him, put up 22.1 fantasy score, and then 19, 20, and 22. They've just been leaning on him pretty heavily. And I don't see them getting away with that. And he tends to get, again, the ball in quick screens in the running game. And if he gets a touchdown here, he should absolutely crush this. So we're going to go Xavier Worthy, more than 14.5 fantasy score. The next one we're going to go to is actually a demon play, and might not be too popular, but I do like it. Again, Philly here, going up against KC. And again, I know a lot of people are going to go Travis Kelce here. I kind of like taking this demon at 1.5 receptions for Noah Gray. He just tends to find a way to get involved at some point in the game. And haven't used him an absolute ton, against 3 receptions against that in that game against Houston. Didn't need him or didn't use him against Buffalo. They kind of spread the ball around quite a bit. But I do think this could be a sneaky one. And if we get a demon play here at 1.5 receptions, and if you want to play the safer play on this and play the Goblin at a half reception, he's had at least 1 catch in 9 of his last 10 games. So if you want to go that, no problem. I kind of want to go demon at the 1.5 though. But again, depending on how you want to roll this out with Noah Gray, I do like he gets 1 or 2 catches here and involved in this game. Just Andy Reid's going to do a little bit different things. And Noah Gray, plays like 50% of the snaps, so he's out there quite a bit. And then the last one, we're going to actually take a first half play, NFL first half play, receiving yards. And I just feel like this is way too low. D-Hop, Mahomes come out and said he really wants to get Hunt and D-Hop some Super Bowls. And their first Super Bowl. And D-Hop, man, he just gets involved in the first half. If we kind of see here, only game he didn't do, there's Houston because they didn't need him. But Buffalo, got there with 1 catch. He had 2 targets, caught the ball once. He actually had a target in the Houston game, just didn't catch it. Then like Pitt, he had 2 receptions on 4 targets. And it's just a spot where I kind of like this number at 2.5 receiving yards first half. And that would be the final 6 play here. So if you kind of look at this, I kind of like using the demon just because you get this 21x here. If you want to power play, you get 34.5x. If you use the Noah Gray, say you use the Noah Gray half a reception here, right? If you don't feel as comfortable with the demon and you want to use the Goblin here, again, it goes all the way down to 12x for this. Again, it's pretty tough when you're trying to build a single game like this and get a decent payout. And that's kind of why I went the Goblin route. Or you can go 21x if you think you're going to get a 6x here, which I have no problem playing this at all as well. But if you want to go more the flex route, I think this is where you got to take Noah Gray at the 1.5 and hope he gets there, and you get the 21x with that. And I think that's the route I'm going to go. Still deciding if I want to go Goddard yards or Hurts pass attempts, but I think that whatever I decide, I will put in again our X account. We're going to run that promo and run $500 if this 6-man hits, deciding on which route I want to go here with Hurts or Goddard. So head on over to our Daily Edge Sports X account. I'm going to post this exact 6-man over there with a link to it if you want access to the one that I'm going to play. And again, if you like, follow, and retweet that 6-man, you will get a chance to win $500 in cash if this 6-man hits. So with that, I appreciate you guys. Again, if you want access and hang out in the Discord, any of our weekly or monthly subscriptions here are going 59% off up until Super Bowl. So make sure you get in there and get after it. Biggest promo that we have run. And again, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Have a fantastic weekend and enjoy the Super Bowl. Deuces.